This is the Cubs Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Chicago Cubs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Locked On Cubs Postcast here on the Locked On Cubs YouTube channel. My name is Joe George on all social media platforms at Joe George Radio, and the Cubs lose 2-1. Another pitiful performance from your guys who are supposed to come through there in the eighth inning. Specifically, Kyle Tucker. We're going to blame a lot of this on him. He's supposed to be a superstar, and he is not playing anywhere close to that level right now. Today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money using code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Look, this game, the eighth inning, Matt Shaw, double. Starts the thing off right. He keeps crushing the baseball. Is your best player on the Cubs right now. It's not particularly close. So Matt Shaw, leadoff double in the eighth inning after Matthew Boyd has one bad pitch in this game, giving up the 2-run home run to Vlad Guerrero Jr. So he's on second base. Craig Counsell makes an interesting decision here. He sits Michael Busch down against the lefty, brings up Seiya Suzuki, which it works out for him. He gets the walk. You got first and second, and then Ian Happ comes up. So my initial thought here is, why is Ian Happ batting? Why is Michael Busch not batting, who struggles against lefty? Why is Ian Happ batting when Michael Busch just sat down? When you have Justin Turner sitting for you there. Yeah, okay, does it make things complicated? No, because you have Pete Armstrong sitting on the bench. He can play center field, and Willie Castro could have moved to left field there. So why is Justin Turner, who's here for this reason, not coming in that situation for Ian Happ? It makes no logical sense. You take out Busch, you don't take out Happ. Okay, so Ian Happ tries to bunt, 2 bunts, not good, and then the Cubs catch a break. Wild pitch, and it's second and third with no outs in the eighth inning. None. How do you not win this game today? Well, it happens because Ian Happ then strikes out. And then comes Kyle Tucker, a guy who's probably still going to get $400 million this offseason, but he's playing nowhere near that level of player. I mean, he looks like a $10 million player, not a $40 million a year player right now. And $10 million might be gracious right now for Kyle Tucker. I hear it all the time. I'm doing the show at my office today, and it's what is happening to Kyle Tucker is the biggest question I get asked on a daily basis, and I have no answer for it. He strikes out. He's chasing stuff. He's not making hard contact. So, again, he falls through. Carson Kelly, he rips one down the third base line, couple feet to the right. I guess it's a home run, but in the end, it's a foul ball, and then he strikes out. So you got second and third with nobody out, and Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, Carson Kelly. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. To get nothing out of that, all you need is a sac fly. All you need is a ground ball that's hit hard, and it's a tie game. And maybe you're going to extra innings with the Manfred man rule, and you got ghost runners on second base or free runners on second base, but they can't get anybody across in that inning. It is pitiful. I mean, it is a pathetic performance there in the eighth inning by the Chicago Cubs. And there's no other way to cut it that, like, this team, again, I think they're going to make the playoffs, but when you have performances like this, you've lost, 3 straight series? You got the Pirates coming up, and then you play a 5-game series versus the Brewers. So, yeah, maybe you catch a break and you take 2 out of 3 this weekend. But even then, like, what does it matter? Because you're going to get smoked by the Brewers, by the way you're playing them. A team that just, I mean, look, they put up, 24 runs in 2 games versus the Pirates, and that's including a game against Paul Skeens. So it shows you that the Pittsburgh Pirates are easily gettable, a team that sold at the deadline, didn't sell enough, but you should be able to put up a ton of runs on them this weekend, and there's no confidence to me that they will absolutely have any chance to do that. Someone said here in the chat, yeah, Vlad Guerrero Jr. is a real star. Tucker is a fake star. Yeah, Tom, like I can't blame you for that one, because the Cubs really from top to bottom this game, I mean, they had little opportunity, really just there when Michael Busch hit the homer, but they had other opportunities there in that inning as well to score more runs, and they didn't get it done. Again, it's really shocking to me how a team is just absolutely incapable of having any clutch performance right now from anyone outside of Matt Shaw. There is not a single guy in the Cubs lineup that is coming through in the clutch. It does not matter if it's Dansby Swanson, if it's Kyle Tucker, if it's Ian Happ, if it's Michael Busch. Michael Busch is hitting solo home runs, but when he's had opportunities to bring guys in, he's not doing that. So the Cubs continue to tumble at this point. They are just not in a position to where there's anything to feel that you can see them turning this around. One game, again, is not something that we can be excited about a win. Like, I was happy that they won yesterday, but it's the ice water on the face, just being told that you are not a good baseball team right now. And frankly, most of your players have not been worth a penny since the All-Star break. And Kyle Tucker's been terrible for 2 months. This team is going nowhere fast if he continues to play like this. And again, there's no reason to believe why he would turn it around. The only positive with this game, we'll get to Boyd because it's a bigger positive, but the only positive in the lineup was just the fact that Owen Casey made it to Toronto in time and got to make his big league debut. I said last night I thought it was going to be Nicky Lopez. I didn't think the Cubs would actually do this, to be honest with you. I really don't want to talk about the rest of the game before we get to Boyd, but I did not think that Owen Casey was going to be coming up to the Cubs. To see him in the lineup today, to see Craig Counsell take out both Suzuki and PCA surprised me a little bit, even though both those guys have been struggling. And now with Owen here, I want to see more of him. Like, don't take him out of the lineup. Let him play every single day, whether it's left, center, right, DH, whatever you want to do. He should be in the lineup every single day because Kyle Tucker needs a day off. He might need more than that, but give him another day off at this point to try to get him back on track and figure out what's going on with his swing. Game says here in the chat, I believe you put Matt Shaw as the leadoff. It will fix the lineup. I mean, I don't like the idea of moving Matt Shaw out of where he's playing right now just because he's so good at this point. Like, I don't want to change the mojo for him. I wouldn't want to change it, but at the same time, why not at this point? I mean, Ian Happ batting second's crazy. Like, I know you're taking Suzuki out of the lineup and you're taking PC out of the lineup, but to have Ian Happ batting second, and even to put Owen Casey batting fifth in his MLB debut was shocking. But so change it up. Put Owen at the top. Put Nico at the top. Put Kyle Tucker at the top. Put Matt Shaw at the top. Change it. Try to get the mojo going in a different way. But again, this loss is squarely on the three guys that came to the plate with runners on second and third. Craig Counsell's definitely to blame too. Like, it's frustrating. Again, I don't understand why, you're pinch hitting for Michael Busch, but you're not pinch hitting for Ian Happ. But at the end of the day, Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, Carson Kelly striking out with second and third, all three of them, and not getting a single guy in. It's a totally unacceptable performance for the Cubs, and not shocking at this point. Unacceptable, but not shocking in the way they performed in this one. All right, we'll take a break here. When we get back, we'll talk about Matthew Boyd. We'll read more of your comments here in the chat. A lot of fire counsel. Total fraud is what Dom calls him here in the chat. We'll get to all that stuff coming up next year on the Locked on Cubs postcast on the Locked on Cubs YouTube channel. Today's show is brought to you by Monarch Money. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's where Monarch Money comes in. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or on your phone. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all your accounts in minutes. See clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Today's show is also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra boost to power you through the day, 5 Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without leaving the green. Look, I think we all could use a little energy right now to get through these Cubs games, because even though this one was fast, they're doing nothing. They're not exciting right now. They're a dud most of the time. So this will help you get through a game as well. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape ginger lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best part of your clubhouse go to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up with even more fun. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. It does exclude the Masters tournament, and it ends on October 31st, 2025. All right, so outside of one pitch from Matthew Boyd, he continues to be his excellent self. A second best ERA in the National League, well deserving of real serious Cy Young consideration on the season. So Matthew Boyd, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 5 Ks. So outside of that one pitch, he's great. And you can't ask these guys to be perfect. And that's what the Cubs have asked their pitchers, their starting pitchers, to do since the All-Star break. I said this a million times, I feel like, at this point, but as much as Jed should have traded for Mackenzie Gore or something like that at the deadline, what would it matter at this point? Because your starting pitching is going out there and giving up 1, 2, 3 earned runs in virtually every single game. I mean, you are competitive in all of these games in terms of what your starting pitching is giving you. It's the lineup that continues to just fail the Chicago Cubs starting pitching. And while Owen Casey's here, and it's awesome that he's here, he doesn't solve your problems. Like, could he be a spark of energy? Absolutely. I mean, he got robbed of his first, career hit. It was a great catch by the left fielder. Saw some positive things with his bat, the confidence, everything. But he doesn't fix your problems, because your problems reside in what's happening with Tucker, Suzuki, and PCA. Owen Casey can't fix those. He can replace Ian Happ, which is what I would like him to do. I would like Owen Casey to become your everyday left fielder at this point. Ian Happ does not deserve to be in the starting lineup, and neither does Kyle Tucker, but you can't take them all out, and you're definitely not taking out Tucker, even though I know a lot of people here in YouTube and on social media would like to see the Cubs actually do that. But when you just need one clutch hit, man, it's the fact that you didn't get it is really, really, really frustrating. Evan says here in the chat, the Cubs need to prioritize extending Horner and Shaw and getting rid of the rest. Yeah, I mean, when you think about the 2030 Cubs or the 2032 Cubs, like Matt Shaw, someone you want to see here for a long time. I never want to see Nico Horner play for another team, who continues to put his team as well in position to win baseball games. I mean, getting on there in the 9th inning, just giving the Cubs a chance. He's one of the only guys that's constantly going up there besides Matt Shaw. It's really those two guys. And Nico, I feel like I forget to mention enough just because he's not bringing in the runs that Matt Shaw is, he's not hitting the power with the power or hitting with guys on as often because he's not getting that opportunity. But Nico is really the only guy right now besides Shaw that just continues to go out there and play well. So, yeah, this upcoming weekend versus the Pirates, in theory, it's a potential get-right series, but I don't think anyone believes that right now for the Cubs. I don't think anyone should go in with massive confidence that the Cubs are going to win 2 out of 3 this weekend against Pittsburgh. I think we should all expect them to or would like them to, but I can't put that expectation on this team the way that they played in this game to just have, make Max Scherzer for the first chunk of the game look like the old Max Scherzer, where he's just dialing you up and dominating the Cubs. They had one hit until Michael Busch had that home run in like the 5th inning or whatever it was. So like they really had mostly non-competitive at bats. And again, with the Tucker stuff, and I hate to pick on one guy, but like when you make that trade, it's an all-in move, and you expect a player to, as a superstar to show up in the way you expect him to. And he's not. And it's not just the swinging and chasing, it's the soft contact that is really the most concerning. I think right now overall, there's not the constant. Yeah, he had a 102 to the wall in yesterday's game, but he's not constantly just barreling up the baseball and getting bad luck. Like Dansby Swanson's had some bad luck this year. Yesterday, 108, 102 off the bat, both of them outs. Kyle Tucker is not having that right now. It's low 90s, it's rollovers. So I don't know. This is I'm still shocked to see with how quickly and how drastically the Cubs lineup has fallen apart in this way. And you can be mad at Craig Counsell all you want, and while I disagree with his decision not to pinch hit for Ian Happ, you can be mad at Jed Hoyer. I think that's rightfully so. To me, at the end of the day, it's the players on the field have to perform. You have 3 All-Stars. Seiya Suzuki should have been one, and none of them are performing close to the level that they were in the first chunk of the season. Again, if it was one guy, like that'd be fine. Like you can live with Kyle Tucker playing the way he is if Suzuki and PCA were the way they were before the break. But it's all of them. And we'll see what happens this weekend for the Cubs as they get ready to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Owen Casey hopefully in the lineup every single day, and hopefully taking Kyle Tucker out of the lineup for at least one of these games to give him a day off as they try to continue to change his entire routine to see if they can get him going. So that will do it for us here on the Locked on Cubs postcast. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow here after game 1 of the Cubs and Pirates series. Remember, you can hit that subscribe button right here on YouTube. Also, wherever you get your podcasts on Apple and Spotify. That will do it for us as the Cubs lose another disappointing game and a pathetic performance there in the 8th inning by the guys when you needed them the most to come through, and they just couldn't get it done. So thanks for watching. We'll talk with you guys tomorrow. Peace.